So notice your breath, come to your breath, centering yourself in this moment. The real yoga is how you step into life. That's the yoga. The stuff we do on our mat prepares ourselves, our bodies, our spirit to step into life, finding our boundaries and remembering to be expansive. And even remembering to give others the benefit of the doubt. Because so many times we make an assumption or we have a previous idea of how people are or how we feel about them. And sometimes we're not even aware of it. So as you deepen your breath, you inhale, draw the breath up from the deepest depths within you. And as you exhale through your nose, but you keep the sides of your body long, you center, you expand from the center of your heart out. Here I am. And then you're going to notice in your body how you feel when you have a thought, which is all the time. So check in often. When you encounter somebody else, are you stepping into a space of a preconceived idea about somebody or something? And then can you give them the benefit of the doubt and notice how it feels in your body to let some difficulty, some yuckiness go? Take 2 more big full breaths here, really big. Here you are. And then slowly open your eyes, shoulder blades down your back, take your arms out to T, and then just start rolling your arms back and forth. As if you're just rolling the whole arm back and forth, starting to get into our shoulders. We love our shoulders, we take care of our shoulders, right? Back and forth. I like to even imagine I'm squeezing grapefruits in my hands so I can feel it right into my finger muscles. Yeah. Well, big rolls, it's a big roll. And then extend your arms up just a little at a time. Let them wander up, but not forward if you can help it. And everybody's shoulders are different, right? We're going to get into the rotator cuff today. And all the way back to center. We don't have a lot of time to mess with this part. But stay with the breath and then circle your arms up, crossing your right wrist over your left, flipping your palms and interlacing your fingers to lift up tall. And then you're going to twist to your right from the left waist. So the left waist leads the way, and then inhale back to center. Exhale. So we're getting not only into our hip flexors as we sit, but notice what happens in your core as you twist the left ribs to the right. Now, if you cannot keep your arms up over your head, that's fine. You take your arms forward. That'll be a little bit more comfortable for some of your shoulders, and you decide who that is, right? Good. Take one more, come back to center, and then you're going to twist back to the right and release your hands, taking your left hand to your right knee and look over your right shoulder. That'll give you a big twist. Notice if you're leaning back and see if you can come more forward to have a perpendicular spine, perpendicular to the earth. And take a big breath. Oh yeah. We get one pass at this life. We don't want to waste it with the stories that are negative. And it's funny, that's where our egos go. It's okay. And then inhale back to center. Notice how it feels. Now, this is what it is to take an inventory. How do I feel? Okay. Inhale, circle your arms up, take your left wrist in front, flip your palms, interlace your fingers, lifting tall, and then right ribs to the left, and back to center, and back to the left, and to center. Good. So your right ribs lead the way. You're getting right into the core here. Good. 3, 2, last one. All right. Oh, yeah. Release your hands. Take your right hand to your left knee, looking over the left shoulder, checking in with a long spine, as if there's a plumb line from the crown of your head all the way to your tailbone. Good. And take another breath. Come back to center and right into table pose, hands and knees. And then into cat and cow. So now as you cat and cow, I want you to notice the belly. Is your belly staying engaged? I'm hoping that's the case. And that is going to be the case if you're confident, if you're present. Oh, yeah. Get into your shoulders. Make the whole movement powerful. Because you are that powerful. Yeah. Take a few more here. I'm hoping you're getting a little warmed up. I am too. Yeah. And back to center. Extend your right leg back behind you, your left arm forward into that spinal balance for those paraspinal muscles. And then you're gonna, if you want, you can squeeze your elbow towards your knee, or you can keep your left hand grounded. Exhale, you can squeeze it in and keep it parallel, or keep your left hand on the earth. So I want you to just find a few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Squeezing the glute, your right glute on the way out. Make sure your head's not dumped, your gaze is slightly forward. Good. And two more. Yeah. And back to center. Now extend your right leg out to the right, stepping your right foot all the way out to the right. Make sure your right foot's grounded. Roll your inner thigh bones back. Take your hips, your left hip towards your left heel, getting a nice big stretch here. Lifting your armpits, softening your chest, and take a breath. Good. And back to center. Extending your right leg in front of you, flexing the right hip. The right ankle, I mean, we're getting into the right hip. But the right ankle flexes, and I want you to reach through the ball of the left big toe. So there's no sickled sideways ankles, right? Take your right outer hip back. Exhale, step into your right shin. Oh, inhale. You can actually feel stuff coming out of there. No. Okay, inhale. Notice it. This is where I want you to go every day, sometime during the day, times, and check in. How am I feeling? What kind of feeling is coming over my body here? How can I change the vibration of my thoughts? Good. Sometimes my thoughts make me laugh. Take one more just like that on the right. Good. Then back to the table. And let's just make our way into a down dog. So soften your heart and start to lift your knees so that they're hovering, taking your hips back. And all the way into a dog, walking your dog, seeing where you are in your shins, your heels. Yeah, those muscles get awfully tight. Oh, yeah. And then back to table. Extend your left leg back behind you, your right arm forward. You can stay in that balance, or you can squeeze the elbow towards the knee. This gets into the core. So the exhale draws the belly back, and inhale. Now remember, as you breathe through this, you can keep your right hand on the earth. That will give you more stability. I want you to gaze slightly forward, so your ears are in line with your shoulders, and you don't dump your head forward and torque. It's not more of a torque, it's more put unnecessarily strain on your shoulders and your neck. 5, 4, good, 3, 2, last one. All the way back to balance and into table. Now you're going to extend your left leg out to the left. I want you to see that. Come onto the tiptoes of your back right foot. Roll your inner thigh bones back and you'll sit back towards your right heel. And just take a few breaths here. Good. Inhale back to center and extend your left leg forward, coming into the left heel, flexing the left heel forward. Make sure you reach through the ball of the left big toe. Take your left hip back and then step into your left foot, taking your right left shin forward. Yeah. And just take a few more with your breath. Inhale, make it edgy. That means you're really there. As soon as you get distracted and go somewhere else in your head, you won't get the full stretch. Presence makes a difference, right? Two more. Edgy. Oh, yeah. And last one. And back to table and into dog. And start to walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet, coming into a lovely forward fold. Now, press your feet down as if you're pressing the earth away from you to circle your arms all the way up and bring your palms together to your heart center. Good. Now you're going to widen your stance. Yep. And just get into a goddess, okay? Just notice where your feet are, that your knees are rolled out. And take your legs nice and long and reach your left arm over to the right. And then back with your elbow behind you. Left arm to the right. Exhale. Inhale. You might go further than you anticipate. So if you're really present, you'll go deeper because your unconscious will stop you. It's so interesting. Are you breathing? Inhale. Exhale. You can even look up to your left arm bone as you side bend. Two more. One. Good. And two. All right. Come back to center and check out that your left shoulder is higher than your right. Huh. Okay. Right arm over to the left. Over. Elbow back. And over. And elbow back. Good. 5. Well, we do a few more than here. This lengthens the whole right side of your body. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale. Good. 4. We're going to do a few more than 4. Good. 2. Let's do a few more here. Oh, yeah. All right. Last one. And bend your knees, make your way to goddess. This time you're going to take your fingertips just outside your ears with your elbows back and your shoulder blades down your back, okay? And you're going to tick-tock right, inhale, and left, inhale, and right. And exhale, so moving with the breath. Let's get used to the breath thing here. Exhale, stay low. Stay low. Oh, good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Oh, yeah. Last one. And all the way up. And bring your feet together. All right. So we're going to start with our first weights, and this is going to be a 3 muscle exercise. So you're going to have your hands in a hammerhead grip. You can use a heavier weight if you're used to heavier weights. You squeeze the bicep. You're going to roll your palms forward, press into a military press. Take your elbows forward and then into a tricep extension here, and then elbows back. Now, shoulders with nudgy shoulders. It's a bicep. It's a shoulder. It's a tricep. Got it? Okay, so I'm going to use 8-pound weights because these are all muscles that might be able to, I'm hoping, I can do that, right? Okay, ready? Hammerhead grip. Okay, exhale. Exhale. Elbows forward. Inhale, squeeze it up. Elbows back and release. Bicep. Shoulder. Tricep. Elbow back and release. Bicep. Shoulder. Tricep. And release. So find your way with your breath. A little bit of a dance. And it's, again, if you're not conscious, what's going to happen with your elbows? They're going to all mess up. And you're not going to get the full bounty of this pose. Good. So I'm kind of softening my knees just a bit, taking my bum back. Ready? Start to count. 8. 7. 6. 5. Take a break anytime, remember. 4. 3. 2. Notice where your elbows are. Elbows are forward on the tricep. I think 2 more, right? Elbows back. Last one. Bicep, shoulder, and full tricep. Elbows back. And shake it out. Now I want you to grab maybe a little bit lighter weight. I'm going to grab 5s. And then step into your right foot. Now you can keep your feet hip width apart. You can keep your left toes back behind you or come into a deeper lunge and lower and lift the back left knee. Now you don't have to straighten the left leg. You can keep it kind of lowered. That's going to be a little bit deeper, okay? Shoulder blades down your back, palms up. And we're going to just open it up and come back to center. This is for your shoulder girdle. Good. See if you can stay kind of lowish in your hips. Good. We're going to do upper back standing also, but it's going to be different. Keep your elbows at 90 degrees. Good. Stay low. 8. Stay low. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one, like an offering. And back to center. And release your weights. Take a little hip circle. I want you to notice where your low back is. If you feel any strain there. Good. Take your hands to your thigh bones, bend your knees, and let's just take a few cats and cows. Just want to make sure everybody's low back is nice and long. There's nothing there. Good. All right, so we're going to go back where we started. Biceps, shoulders, triceps. So for those of you who are doing it the second way, I'm going to join you guys just to join you guys. Okay, ready? Shoulder blades down your back. Heart lifts, softness in your knees. So it's a hammerhead curl. Okay, then palms forward, lift, then elbows back, and a kick back, right? Ready? But you want to really think about it, this bicep. Shoulder. Kick back. Sorry, bicep. Shoulder. Elbows back, kick back. Bicep. Shoulders. Elbows back, kick back. Bicep. So I have to kind of think about this. So it's very hard to, I'm just going to talk it through like that. So just get back, really get back. Okay, bicep, shoulder, elbows back, kick back. That's how I like to do it. Bicep, shoulder, elbows back, kick back. Let's do 6 more. Bicep. Good. 5. 4. Bicep. You have to really think about it. 3. Bicep, shoulder, elbow back. 2. Bicep, shoulder, elbows back. And last one, bicep, shoulder, and tricep. And back. Let's do one more because I think I might have missed a number. Okay. And release. Good. I hope you guys are feeling that. Carefully release your weights and grab lighter weights. Good. Now you're going to step into your left foot, and your right foot is going to be wherever you want it or need it to be. You know the options. I want you to get nice and stable in your feet, right? And notice your shoulders want to be tall, right? So now we're going to take our elbows beside us, 90 degrees. And you're going to simply lift and lift. So this gets into rear delts. Yeah. These are the assistant muscles there. So elbows stay at 90 degrees. I like to call this the chicken dance. So the lower you stay with your back knee, the deeper you'll get into the left hip, and even into the right inner thigh if you're thinking about it. Good. 8, 7, slow. 6. Good. 5, 4, 3. We're going to be back here. 2. Good. Last one. And release. And let's just kind of shake that out. Good. And right into chest. So soften your knees, release your weights. Make sure you have heavyish weights on either side of your mat, because we're going to do it. We're going to be doing it in Warrior One. Okay? Careful with the weights. All right, Utkatasana, shins forward, bum back. Let's wake up those quads. You can even bring your palms back, coming onto the tiptoes of your right foot. Oh yeah. And then your left. Get your breathing under control. Inhale, Utkatasana. Twist to your right, keeping your left hip back, however you choose. Let's get nice, fluid spine. Yeah, nice. Inhale all the way back to center. And twist your other way. Right hip back. Just get into it, no rush. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, back to a plank with your knees up or down. This is where the boundary comes in. We like boundaries, right? Belly back. And then you're going to lower your knees and come all the way onto the mat. Option, I like this option. I'm going to give you this option. Option one, and this is what I really like. You're going to take your hands beside your ribs. With your knees down, you're going to lift up. This is for your chest. You're going to squeeze the floor away from you. And then inhale back. And then you're going to lift your elbows up. Now, if lifting your hips feels like too much, all you have to do is lift your chest. Same muscles. But you're going to alternate by lifting your palms up, getting into your upper back. Okay? Okay, good. So it looks like this. Inhale, you can lift your knees. Exhale down. Inhale, lift your palms. Exhale them down. Inhale, knees down or up and back. And inhale and exhale back. Now, if you want to come into the whole plank, that works. Your shoulders should be ready for it if your shoulders are ever ready for it. I'm going to show you knees down. And notice, same muscles. Good. 6, 5. You can alternate too, like I am. 4. You can take a break. 3, 2. Good. All right, big finish, guys. Last one. Yeah. And right into a child pose. Knees wide, big toes together. Just take a few breaths here, making sure the sides of your body are long. As a matter of fact, walk your hands out to your right and see if you can take your left hand on top of your right, keeping your left hip back in a big stretch on the left side of your body. Good. And then back through center, taking your body, your whole body over to your left, taking your right hand on top of your left hand, getting a big stretch, reaching your right hip back. And enjoy that stretch. Good. And back through center and into table. You can come into child pose anytime you want to. You don't need my permission. Soften your heart, shoulder blades hug together, right into down dog. Good. Yeah. Inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale, step your right foot forward, preparing for warrior one. Have your weights beside you. But I want you to come up into warrior one and just get your feet nice and engaged. Make sure you're nice and steady, okay? Good. And once you have that steadiness, you're going to tip forward. You can grab slightly heavier weights. I'm not using my heaviest weights, but make sure you lift them up very carefully. You're going to tip forward. Now, we're going to reach your arms forward and pull them back, right? Getting into the upper back, right? But if you are a little bit more conscious, if you want to even squeeze the chest muscles too, that's fine. Now, if your right hip has had enough of movement, you can lengthen your right leg, or you can bend and lengthen and bend. Inhale, exhale. No rounded upper back, so make sure the shoulder blades are down your back and hug together. No rounded backs. Exhale, squeeze. So this is your upper back right after we did our chest, right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And release your weights on either side of your mat. Come all the way up and right into warrior two. Let's get into that warrior two. Right toes out to the right, right thigh bone back, left shoulder back, arms to T. Big breaths. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers as you lift your heart. Exhale, reach your heart forward and your hips back. Oh, get a nice stretch. Good. Inhale back to center. Bend both your knees, bum back, and into that triangle. This is a really important stretch. You can even lift it and lower it, firing up your right obliques, because we have been cooking those puppies up, right? And just find a few breaths here. And right into that triangle. Exhale your left hand back to the floor. Step back to plank. And right into down dog. Yep, you're right back in dog. Let's do the left side, shall we? Can you feel the difference from right to left in your hips? I hope so. Inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Prepare for warrior one. You have to walk your hands back to redistribute your weight and come up into warrior one so that you really feel nice, great footing. Okay, then we're going to grab our weights. So I'm going to carefully grab them to my body. All right, ready? Now we're going to do a chest fly, right? So you're going to dip forward with your left leg forward, arms forward, and you're going to fly. So we're going to get into our chest a bit, but this is still. Squeeze the pecs and open it up on the left side. Again, if you want to lengthen your front left leg when you come up, that's fine. I want you to really listen to your body. How do you feel? Exhale through your mouth. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Take your weights to your body and release the weights, making your way right into warrior two on the left. Make sure it's all connected, all aligned. Want your right shoulder back. Good, good. Exhale your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale and dip forward. Inner thigh bones back, heart forward. Press your feet down to come all the way back to center. Bend both your knees, take your bum back, and right into that triangle. Oh yeah. This is the strength, the flexibility part. We want to really get into it. The left ribs are lifted and rolled forward. Yeah, can you find a little more edge there? Yeah. Good. Exhale your right hand back to the floor. And step your right foot forward beside your left. Forward fold, shaking things out. You can even bend your knees, taking your chest to your thighs, and give yourself a hug. Closing your eyes and coming to your breath. Mm-hmm. Can you feel the inner edges of your feet just as grounded as the outer edges? Can you lift and spread your toes and then reach them back to the earth? And now notice how much more grounded you are. Good. Press your feet down and circle your arms all the way up and back to your heart center. And just take a few hip circles. And we're going to go back to, you guessed it, biceps, shoulders, and triceps. And by now, you should know the pattern that works for you and the weight that works for you. You can lighten your weights. This is the third set. Or you can stay as heavy as you did before. So this is kind of a new thing. You might have gone a little bit lighter. And when you're ready, let's get our feet, our footing, yeah? And our breath. And bicep, shoulder, elbows forward, and triceps low, and bend your elbows back to center. And bicep, and shoulder, and tricep, slowly up, elbows back to center. Exhale, 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 and lift, and exhale back. Inhale and start with an exhale. So when you have the weights in your hands, I think it's really great to exhale through your mouth. Tricep, shoulder, tricep, slow, and down. And slow, squeeze. So you can really think about the muscles that you're really working on. Are you ready to start to count, guys? Slow. All right, let's go. 8. 7. Notice your breath. Alignment is everything to me on the mat. 6. 5. Oh yeah. 4. Oh, slow. Slower. Come on. 3. No rush. That's how you can check in. All right, 2 more. Let's see if we can do that. And last one. Make it big finish. Bicep, shoulder, and tricep all the way up. And carefully release. And release your weights. Good. And shake it out, shake it out. Yeah, that was the 3rd one. Now you're going to take lighter weights. I'm taking 5s. And I'm going to soften my knees. Good. I'm going to step into my right foot and take my left foot back. Now this time, if you want to even come into a little curtsy, you can always do that. But step more in your right foot, however you choose to do it. Okay, shoulder blades down your back. Elbows, palms up, like you're serving a tray, right? And you're going to open and come back and open. Oh, it feels so good to open your chest, open your heart, tone your upper back. The only come back forward is as forward as your waist. Don't come any forward, more forward. And you can stay low and get a little bit deeper in the right hip. It's kind of a sneaky way to get into the right glute and the left adductor, but it works, right? Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and back to center carefully, and release any tension you feel you might have accumulated in your shoulders, and connect to your breath. And then when you're ready, find your footing in your left foot. Find your footing. Maybe even a curtsy. Curtsies are awesome. Yeah, I like curtsies. Okay, ready? Elbows at 90 degrees, shoulder blades down your back. And you're going to squeeze them up. And you're not going to release your arms to your body. You're going to always have them free of your body so that the energy stays in your rear delts and your sides of your shoulders. Elbows stay at 90 degrees, ladies. I want to see 90 degrees. Yeah. No, okay, guys, come up 90 degrees. Your elbows at 90 degrees. Let me see. Okay. And squeeze. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Oh, I hope you feel a holy mackerel, Batman. And let's shake it out. All right. While we're here, we're going to get it back into the obliques with weights. Yay! Okay. So you're simply going to reach up and back. So I'm taking my left arm up and squeezing the right side of my body. But because we have weights in our hands, well, it adds a nice little dimension. Make sure your knees are soft or softish or really soft. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, good, 2, last one, and on the other side, 8, 7, 6. Make sure there's a softness in your knees. Your feet are super grounded. 5, 4, sideways, not forward or back. 3, good, 2, last one. Oh yeah, back to center. Soften your knees. Oh yeah. And let's come back to Utkatasana one last time, okay? Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Find your twist with the left hip back. Inhale back to center and find your twist with the right hip back, whatever the twist looks like. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look halfway up, reaching your heart forward, your inner thigh muscles back, and back to chest. In plank, right. So I like knees down because that makes me feel like I know I'm not torquing my shoulders. But if you feel you want to do a few with your knees up, that's always good. So again, chest, squeeze, and you're just going to come up and squeeze those pecs and press the pecs together as you come up. Exhale, inhale. So on the inhale, you feel the movement. Now, if your hips are down, this is great too, right? You can do with your hips down. Isn't that awesome? I hope you'll find the yoga. That's the yoga, is knowing what works for you. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And back to child pose. So I'm going to keep my knees and my shins parallel. This is called jackrabbit, and it gets a little bit, it's a little bit different muscles. I even like to grab my heels and kind of pull my heels forward to get a nice stretch in my back. Big breath here. Take one more big breath, setting your intention to be here, right? And make your way back to table. And our last standing into down dog. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale, step your right foot forward. So we're in warrior one. You know what that means. Have your weights nearby. But I want you to come up into warrior one and get your footing. Want to make sure you're nice and steady. Good. Back to our upper back. We just did our chest. We're going to do our upper back. These pull muscles are really important. All the way up. Okay. Right outer hip back. Thanks, Beth. Tip forward. And you're simply going to row. Row. And row. So our upper back muscles get long and lazy. And then our backs start to hunch over. And these are the muscles that we want to keep in tune, right? So that that doesn't happen. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, try to look forward, 4, 3, 2, last one. Release them, we're gonna be back. Come all the way into warrior 2. Take your hands behind your back, lift your heart, come forward. Good. Inhale, back up. This should feel familiar. Take your bum back. Triangle pose. Exhale. Take a few breaths here to connect. Good. And then last time, take your hands to the earth and step all the way back to dog. Good. Belly back. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Press your feet to the earth. Make your way into your warrior 1. I want you to really feel your feet grounded. Your left hip back, your hip points square. No rush. Then you're going to take your weights for our last set of flies, chest fly. Okay. So again, you might want to come now to a lighter weight because this is the last one and we've been here, right? So you know what to do with your left hip. If you have to come out of it, straighten your left leg and fly. Exhale. Good. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Oh yeah, now carefully release your weights. Come into warrior 2 on the left. Good. Right shoulder back, left thigh muscle out. Take your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale and dip. Good. Oh yeah. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hips back and right into that triangle. Good. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. Take a few more. Good. Then take your right hand to the earth. Step your right foot forward and wide of your left, toes out. And let's make our way into a yoga squat. Now your squat might look like this. Your squat might be on a chair. That works. It all works. Just find your yoga. Yoga is not the poses. Yoga is knowing what works for you. The yoga is the way we find our way back to our heart. It's boundaries and giving people the benefit of the doubt. It's not holding on to yucky feelings if we can help that, which we can. It's seeing our way through. All right, and all the way onto the mat. Oh my God, great job. Good. Now, holding on to your shins, I want you to see if you can just round the top of the pelvis back and forward. So there's a little cat and cow here. And I want you to notice when the pelvis is back, when you're in that cat kind of mode, what happens to your core, right? It's engaged. So we did a lot of oblique work today. We're going to just work a little bit on our transverse abdominals. That's just the ones that keep us upright. So we want to stay upright and we want to stay not hunched over. Yeah, gravity does everything it can to avoid that, right? Okay, so I just learned this, I love this. You're going to come with the top of the pelvis down all the way onto the earth and open your hips.
So your feet are going to be further away. This is not Baddha Konasana. This is a little bit further away, okay? I want you to take your fingertips to your ears, not behind your head. Because when we lift our chest, even though I tell you a million times, and it happens to me too, I don't want you to putting any pressure on your head. You might. So if you take your fingertips to your ears, you won't, because they're not in a place. Now, option one is to lift your chest, exhale, and inhale back. Option two is to lift your knees towards your elbows and come back. And because your knees are bent, it's more accessible than you think. I want you to keep the top of the pelvis aiming towards the earth because it's going to want to pop up. So notice that. I'm going to keep reminding you. Are you ready? So either you lift your chest or you lift your chest and your knees. Aiming the top of the pelvis towards the earth. This is called the frog crunch. And I don't know about you, but frogs and turtles are my thing. I love seeing them out there. And frogs are particularly elusive. One spring, they were so loud doing their thing, I had to close my windows. I love that. Okay. Okay. 10, 9, take a break anytime you need one. 8, using your core. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Oh my God, good job, guys. And all the way back. Good. Now walk your shoulder blades together. I want you to take your heels together, but you're going to spin your toes out. So I guess it's kind of first position. Heels are pressed together. And we're just going to take the steam out of your low back. So with your heels pressing together, you're going to lift your hips and lower, not all the way, but squeeze it up. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. So the heels are going to squeeze together. This releases your low back, your SI joint. Exhale and squeeze. I'm just going to squeeze it all out. Good. 8, 7. Squeeze your heels together. Remember, as soon as you get distracted, you're cooked. Literally, it's done. It happens with my mantra too. As soon as I start thinking about something else or I think I got it rote, the mantra gets all messed up. So come back here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Squeeze it. Take 8 little squeezes up. Really, not quickly, but seriously. Yeah. 3, 2, last one, and all the way back. Oh yeah. Now you're going to pivot your feet parallel and make sure your knees are parallel, your thigh bones are parallel. Even take a look-see. Yeah. The top of the pelvis is back, right? Yeah. Your belly's engaged. Now you're going to take a bridge. And you're going to walk your shoulder blades together. You might even walk your feet back. And you're going to have your weight on your shoulders, not on your neck. And you're going to lift. Make sure the weight's not on your neck. And lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. It's just a bridge, but making sure you're aligned properly with the top of the pelvis back. And the weight in your shoulders, not on your neck. Just get into the hips. You might go higher than you thought because of what we just did. 5, 4, 3, yummy 2, last one, and all the way back down. Oh yeah. Take your arms to T. Slide your feet and your bum over to the left. So you can feel kind of diagonal. Close your eyes. Lift your knees and simply drop them to the right. Now, as you roll your heart open and you find your left hip reaching away from the left shoulder, take a breath. Now I want you to take your left arm, identify your left arm, and you're going to lift it all the way over to the right, even beyond your right arm hand, to get a nice stretch in your shoulder. Good. And then inhale, open it all the way back up. Yeah. And then make your way back to center, sliding your bum to the right. Lift your knees and drop to the left, arms to T. Roll your ribs to the right. Yeah, take a breath. Then if you want, you can take your right arm all the way over and past your left arm. Nice stretch of the shoulder. Good. Inhale, open it back up, big inhale. Here I am, here in this life to be me and live it with as much sweetness and taste as we can. And then make your way back to center. Lift your bum, kind of slide it around, just kind of shake, shake, shake. Take the top of the pelvis back as you release back to the earth. Take a big inhale as you arrange your body for Shavasana. Inhale, palms up beside you. Exhale through your mouth as you release your legs long and onto the earth. And allow your body to totally relax. It's just a few minutes, and it will really allow this ideas of the practice to really come deep within your body, your consciousness, and take rest. Start rolling your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, extend your arms up over your head. Exhale through your mouth. Draw your knees to your chest and roll to your right side. Making your way to a seat on your mat. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Yes, every experience we have has a taste. And there's no reason not to enjoy life. This
is the secret to immortality, is being here and enjoying your life and giving other people the benefit of the doubt. The light and the honors that light in you. Namaste. Mwah. Love you guys. I'm just going to turn off the recording.